Verse 21. And the Lord said to Moses, go down and warn the people, lest they break through to the Lord to look, and many of them perish. So again, poor old Moses, he had to go down and go and tell the people, don't go up, right? You see all of this, and you might not be like I am. I guess I'm always so interested in, what's around the next corner? What's around the next corner? What's maybe around there? I can sometimes walk, and I can walk off for ages because I just always want to see what's around the next corner. I want to know everything, learn everything, kind of idea. My strength and as well my weakness. I'm not boasting because I know it's both at the same time. Right, and so there would have been people. There could have been people like, oh, okay, we're like, see, maybe we can get closer, or maybe then if we're like, we can get closer, we can get the special blessing of God, and we can get rich, and we can get a Moses kind of, or something like this. So Moses had to go down and tell him, no, nothing like that. To warn him, don't come here, because if you do, you're going to perish. You're going to perish. You can only come to me if you have a new heart. Verse 22. I'm now putting John chapter 3 in there. Verse 22. Also let the priests who come near to the Lord consecrate themselves, lest the Lord break out against them. So the priests now who consecrate, we don't know any yet. If there's no mention of a priesthood yet. So where did these people come from? Because Levi is not the priestly class yet. Who are they? I guess it's a good question. This is our interaction later on. Now, they most likely would have had certain people before, maybe the people who put the blood on the doors or something. Some other group of people that were now already kind of seen as priests. Maybe it's these people who Moses put above them as leaders, and they were now kind of seen as priests, right? Because remember, they're supposed to be a holy priesthood, all of them. So then sure, the leaders of them would have been maybe in that position, not the position of leaders as kings, governors or something like that, centurions or something, right? But priests, most likely, I can imagine something like that, right? So those who then consecrate, they all consecrate themselves. Now these people, the priests, they now can come up and to the Lord, and the rest, no. Rest, they just stay there. Okay, verse 23. And Moses said to the Lord, the people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for you yourself warned us, saying, set limits around the mountain and consecrate it. And so God said, no, people are not supposed to come. Moses is right. Moses' reaction here is correct in the sense of, God, but you said no one's supposed to come here. You didn't make, in the initial instance, you didn't make any exceptions to the rule of these people can, those people can't, the priests need to come up or something like that. You just said no one can come, because if they do, I'm going to destroy them. And so Moses then reminded God of but that is what God wanted. Because God wanted to see, will Moses obey his voice? This is a test for Moses. Will Moses obey the voice of God and say, yes, God, but you said nobody's allowed to come here. Or is Moses, oh God, you changed your mind. Okay, then I will do it. Right? So it was a test for Moses. And he passed the test. Verse 24. And the Lord said to him, go down and come up, bringing Aaron with you. But do not let the priests and the people break through to come up to the Lord, lest he break out against them. So God didn't say, yeah, great job, it was only a test, ha, 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 great, you on candid camera kind of idea, it was only a joke, a prank I played on you. No, he didn't, because there's no necessity for it. So God just said, okay, so no, that's right, all right. All you do now is you just bring Aaron. Just bring Aaron. The rest, like I said, like you now stated as well, let them just stay down there. They stay down there behind that line. That is where they stay. They don't come up here. But Aaron, only Aaron. And why did Moses say, but Aaron is just one of those as well? We say, no, he did not object here. Why? For the simple reason that he already objected, and God saw that he is listening and obeying, so he passed the test, and therefore this now of letting Aaron is now an exception and not a test anymore. Right, so they still keep there because otherwise, if they come, God will break out against them. Verse 25. So Moses went down to the people and told them. So again, here goes Moses down the mountain, up and down, up and down. I'm glad I just had to climb up this mountain, this hilltop even here just once. I don't want to climb up and down, up and down, up and down kind of idea. But yes, maybe it's a bit like that movie where these Welsh people were building this, what the Englishmen went up a hill and came down a mountain kind of idea, right? So we're up and down this hill there in Wales to build it higher so they can reach 1,000 feet. So it's now can be classified as a mountain, and this is now the borders of Wales, right? So those people walked up and down, and ultimately the pastor died there and was buried there, and they put at least in the movie, and put a cross on it, and kind of, and now it was 1,000 feet above sea level, and then years later on grew a little bit less, and they had to put some more dirt up there to make it higher again. But yeah, poor old Moses, he's a bit like that, going up and down, up and down. I'm glad I don't need to do this. But yeah, here he goes down again to go and exactly tell them, bring Aaron up and do the rest, and inform them what God told him to do.